How about you all sit there quietly while I make dad noises?
Dad noises. Dad noises.
Ran over there and go to the John.
Welcome to Dad Noises, the podcast for dads by a dad without a dad. I am your host, JP, and I am in the building tonight with the main man, Mr. Dylan Harper, over there in the corner.
Always a pleasure to be here with you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's good to see you. Tonight's a little different. We're trying something out. So real quick, we want to do companion shows. We spoke about them before on the show. We want to have shows where during live sporting events, like maybe fights. Dude, that was a sick layup. Maybe fights or games, football games. We really want to do XFL games. But fights, XFL games, maybe some basketball games if we start watching them. And just do like where we just hang out, have the game on, drinking beers, doing whatever, snorting cocaine off of hookers' asses, whatever, dead hooker asses, whatever we decide to do that night, do it and watch the game. So yeah, let us know what you think. We're gonna do it live. We might have to do it on a different channel though, which is weird because YouTube. Back when I remember doing live on my Just Paranormal channel. The live, you have to have a certain amount of subscribers or something like that. So I don't think the Dad Noises channels has enough, but Just Paranormal does. So we'll have to do them on that channel for now. But yeah, so right now tonight we have the Mavericks game on. I got the basketball bug, dude.
Yeah, you were telling me.
Yeah, so so how it started was I was just on YouTube, just kind of scrolling, looking for something to watch. And then I saw this video in a thumbnail and it said Luka Doncic highlights, but each play gets more magical and magical. And I was like, what's that? I don't know why it caught my eye before, and I never even heard of Luka Doncic. And I watched it and right there, look at that play. It's insane, dude.
Can you imagine being so good at your job that people you don't know are making videos about you, calling you magical?
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. If I slept with more women, that would definitely be the case for me. If I was a gigolo.
I'll make the videos for you.
Yeah. So I just stumbled upon his highlights and I watched it and I was just blown away by this dude. He's so good, man. He can do it all. This dude, he's 6'7", I think. 6'6".
He's up there.
And he's a guard because the NBA has changed. So you know how we were talking about the NBA the other day? So I started looking into the NBA. Well, let me explain better. We are recording a podcast, so it would be nice to have a good explanation. So I saw his highlights and I was like, man, I got to catch a game. I want to see how he played the whole game, So I found a game to watch and the Mavericks were playing the Lakers about a week ago. And he didn't get it. So they were playing the Lakers and I was watching it to see Luka play. And it was crazy because the game went to double overtime. It was like an insane game. And the announcers were saying, they were going crazy because they were saying stuff like, man, this is like an 80s NBA game. They're letting them hit. It went 9 minutes without a foul call.
Damn.
Yeah. So,
I didn't know they were fouling too. They're just not calling it.
No, man, it was just a super aggressive game. They weren't calling anything. It was crazy. And so it was 36 seconds left. The Mavs had the ball. Luka took it down, popped a three, tied the game. And then there was 6 seconds left, and then LeBron missed a shot that would have won it. And they went to overtime. And then in the first overtime, it happened again. Luka hit another three to tie it, and it went to second overtime.
Every time he goes to shoot, I like almost guarantee that it's going in.
Dude, I mean, and they say that he's like, during the high pressure moments, he'll do it.
Mm.
Like he figures it out. I saw one game highlight where at the end of the game, he was at the free throw line and I think they were down by 2. So he had 2 free throws. They were down by 3. He made one and then they were still down by 2, which him shooting the other free throw and giving the ball back to the other team doesn't do anything for
Right.
that. So he bounces it off the backboard so he can get the rebound and try to score to tie it. And he did it.
Yeah. I did end up seeing that. I think I saw it on TikTok or something.
Yeah. It was crazy, man. And even he said it was lucky because the ball bounced off of one of his guys' hands, and then one off of, I can't remember who they were playing, bounced off of the other team's hand, and then it landed in his hand, and he threw it up with no time left and made it. I mean, it just like rolled in too.
Yeah. Even he said he couldn't believe it.
Yeah. So I got interested and I started looking it up real quick. There's a conspiracy too that there's magnets in the rims.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and the balls have like magnets in it that make it like it helps the ball go in.
Damn, I have not heard that at all.
yeah. If whenever you get a chance, if you remember, try to look up that, because you can go on like Google, like YouTube, and watch videos of people showing shots where it looks like they're gonna miss and then they like go in.
Where were those when I was playing?
Dude, for real, I need that too. And so I got really interested in playing and watching, because I've been playing at the gym too. And yeah, so it's been pretty cool. But I noticed that the game is different. It's faster. And I mean, obviously the athletes are going to be better. That's just the progression of sports usually is.
Yeah.
The athletes always end up getting faster, more athletic, stronger, everything. And I was like, well, that has to be part of it. But I YouTubed it. Like you can look anything up on YouTube.
Right.
And it's literally a thing where people are talking about how people are scoring. Like now putting up 20 is average.
Yeah.
You're an average player. If you're averaging 30 a night or 30 and over, that's like a star player now, which before averaging 20 and over was a star player.
Right.
Like Tony Parker only averaged 21.9 points or something like that from what I remember. He didn't average a lot of points. And then you have these guys now like Luka Doncic, who had a 5 game where he put up 40
right
in 5 games. So it's like the game's getting faster. So one part is teams are averaging, I think they said extra possessions a game, 6 to 8 extra possessions a game.
Oh, wow.
Just because it's faster. So that's one reason. Another reason is they extend it, or they change the shot clock whenever you get an offensive rebound. So it used to be if you get an offensive rebound, they restart the shot clock at to 24, right? No, not anymore. They restart it to 14. So you have to be faster. So that kind of makes the play a little bit faster. And then the whole thing now is, back in the old days, the game used to be like you have a big guy that stays down low, gets rebounds, and if you can find one that can shoot or put stuff back up, that was like a really good thing. Like Shaq and Yao Ming, like those guys, they were rare back then. Because most of the time the big dude was just down there for the defense and getting rebounds.
I mean, Yao Ming would be rare nowadays still.
Yeah, he really would be. And then you have like the wings and, the guards that kind of sit on the outside, and some of them, you have your shooting guard who shoots the ball a lot while he just bounced the ball off the back of his own. Oh my God. And then he threw it out of bounds.
Literally got the ball handed to him.
Jeez. Two bad plays by both teams there. And so, what part was I saying? Oh yeah. So the whole thing has changed now to where your point guard isn't a dude that's just trying to look to disperse the ball and shoot every now and then and get it to the guys that score, like the forwards and the guards, the shooting guards. It's not like that anymore. Now everybody on the court can do everything everybody else can do.
Right.
Your big man is before, they would average under 20% from the 3-point line. And now it's not weird to have a big man that averages over 30. Because now everybody can shoot. And they said that what changed was Stephen Curry. Because when he came along, he was he started shooting like more threes, and he was so clutch on threes that now like the whole league shoots more threes. He changed part of it too with the 3-point play. And that team, they all like their whole idea, and they won championships like this, was positionless basketball. Everybody can do everything, and you try to get the ball into your shooter's hands and shoot threes, shoot. There's no real focus on defense. It's really just shoot.
I mean, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, and they won championships like that. So now the league copied them. And then another thing is that just naturally in sports, kind of like if you think about college football, whenever they started doing the option plays and the wildcat shit and just like that weird stuff that the defense had to catch up to.
Right.
And so for a while, their college football games were high scoring. And that's kind of like the phase basketball is in, is that the defense has not caught up with this new style of play where there's not a lot of half-court play. It's a lot of isolation, man-on-man. You get the ball into your star's hand. Like when Luka is playing, dude, when we're watching this game tonight, when Luka's playing, watch how often he has the ball in his hands. Like, I remember watching basketball growing up, and the stars would have the ball a lot, but not. It's like the quarterback every time, and then he literally will decide what to do. And if he just decides to walk down and just jack up a three and over and over again, they will do that.
Right.
The game has just changed so much. So there's just so many factors that I found looking this up. And some of the stuff I found in like the shot clock thing, I found on the comments on YouTube, because the guy's videos I was watching, he didn't mention it. And the people were saying the shot clock off, and there's more offensive rebounds because there's no more zone play. So the offense is having like higher success rebounding too. So it's like not only did the shot clock rule change on offensive rebounds, on top of it, they're getting more offensive rebounds. So the game is just getting so much faster.
That's how I know I haven't watched basketball in a while, because I didn't notice about the shot clock thing or any of that.
Yeah, me too. Like I remember like a year ago, somebody said New Orleans Pelicans. I was like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah. I
was like, New Orleans has a team? The Pelicans? What? Yeah. So yeah, a lot has changed, man. It's I was kind of like, I didn't really want to get back into basketball because they are so woke. It's like super annoying woke. They're like over the top compared to other sports from what I hear, but I haven't really noticed much anymore. I think they stopped doing it. Oh, that was nasty. Who was that? He just freaking went right down the lane and fucking dunked. It was 48 Atlanta, 44 Dallas. And I'm still trying to get back involved in the league, which is really hard to do. If you haven't watched basketball in a really long time, it's really tough to do that.
Dude, it is hard. There's just so many people you don't know now.
Yeah, exactly. It's just trying to catch up. So I'm just trying to watch as many games as I can, and based off of who they're playing, learn about the other players in the league and stuff. But I'm just so interested in watching this guy play. I watched this other one where he was down by 9 with 35 seconds left, or was it 6? Fuck, I can't remember. I think he was down by 6 with 35 seconds left.
Oh,
and
shit.
In the NBA, over like all the games that's ever happened, it's been like almost 14,000 games that have gotten to where it was like 35 seconds left with one team down by 6, and that team always loses. Out of 14,000 times, it's always happened. This motherfucker pulled it off.
No way.
That was the game that he threw it off the backboard Yeah, it's insane. He's
Actually built different.
yeah, dude, and he's out of this world. And I'm not gonna lie, like it's pretty crazy that he's white doing this. I don't even care. I'm gonna say it. It's pretty crazy. But then there's also some dude playing and it's these European guys too.
Mhm.
Like he's from Slovenia
Yeah.
and he was a pro at 16, and he was playing in the NBA at 17. So he was just made for this, dude. I mean, it's just some people you watch, like that's why I became, that's like, well, I was a Packers fan because of Brett Favre, but then getting Aaron Rodgers, you just watch somebody do something that you're like, man, you just were not meant to do anything else but play that
you were
position.
made to do this. Yeah.
Yeah, you just came upon what you were supposed to do somehow. Very, very lucky.
No kidding. Like genetic lottery.
Yeah, right. And then you have the quarterback position. That's the toughest position in sports.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they say, and it makes sense. And it's everything's so fast, and the way you have to make decisions so fast and stuff. I mean, I've been back there doing that on a minor scale compared to that, and it's fucking weird. It's when you watch the game, you get the camera angle you see, or when you play video games, you get the camera angle above behind them or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But being there in the helmet and seeing the field just looks so different. It looks weird.
You don't see like 90% of what everybody else sees.
Dude, exactly. Like it's so weird. So it's very, very strange. Like I remember one time we were practicing with the older guys, and I dropped back, and it was a play action. You drop back, and the tight end ran up and ran like a little 17-yard curl, and he curled in.
Mm-hmm.
And I was basically supposed to watch the linebacker, and this was probably one of the few times where I made a throw that was like, I mean, this is I wonder how much this happens in the NFL. So I dropped back, and keep in mind I'm kind of short, so it's hard to see over the lineman, and I saw the linebacker go out to the flat. So knowing that there was, when I lined up, I saw there was only one linebacker. He ran out to the flat. After I did play action, he followed the flat, and the tight end ran up that curl route. So I know that tight end's there 17 yards. Dude, I didn't even see him. Just from practicing that play. I just dropped back, I threw it, and it was a catch, and he ran it for like 10 more yards.
Damn.
Yeah, and I remember because we were with the older guys, or the older guy saw, because my cousin, he was a grade above us, and he came over to me, he's like, damn, that's my cousin. He came and like hit me and stuff. But like, I was like, in my head, I was like, dude, I didn't even see him.
Yeah, I also just looked so badass.
Yeah, I dropped back. I didn't even know he was there. I remember one time, we were playing Dobie High School, and it was the game I scored 2 touchdowns, and I ran one in and I threw one in.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so sick because I just like we were like 15 yards out from the end zone, and my coach came and he was like, no, we were only like 12 yards out, and he came up to me and he was like, don't do a full 3-step drop back once, and then toss the ball to the corner of the end zone. And I said, all right. And we had our best receiver over there. I don't want to say his name because I don't want to have to edit it out.
Right.
And that wasn't one of those other plays. I just threw up, and I knew that he was going to beat whoever he had one-on-one because he was an amazing athlete, and boom, hit him, touchdown. Damn. So sick, dude. And the other one was just a QB sneak. I ran it in.
Fast as fuck though.
Yeah, dude. Exactly. It was those, like, I can close my eyes and see. I remember one time too, I had this one coach, nobody liked him, but for some reason me and him got along. He liked me, and he looked at me. I went over to the sideline. It was a timeout, and I was talking to him, and I was like, all right, what do you want, coach? And then he was like, do whatever you want for a few plays. I was like, really? And he was like, all right. And he probably thought I was going to go out there and just throw it. No, I ran a power, 45 power, which was just like you just drop back to like, anyways, it's a fake hand. It was a handoff. I ran it once, and then I ran one up the middle, and then I did a play action play pass, and I had a guy open downfield I didn't see, and I didn't throw it to him, and I would have probably scored, but I missed it. Yeah. So, but it was fun, dude.
Well, you can never call your own plays again.
No, he said that like if I would have he probably would have let me do it more.
No kidding.
Yeah. He's like, damn, we got a little Peyton Manning out here. For real. But like at that age, we weren't even into like cadences or rhythms or anything. There was really no changing the plays at the line, no variables or options or anything. It was just like
as basic as it gets.
Yeah. And there was a couple times where I would go up to the line, and based off of a read, I would say a certain cadence to change the play from a run to a pass. And we did it one time in a game, and everybody there was like 3 people that just like ran the wrong play, and it just fucked everything up. So we did not do that again. And there was nothing more annoying when you would go in the huddle, because we did have freedom to say on 1 or on 2 or whatever. And I would go up there. We didn't do on silent. We didn't have silent count. And so I would go in the huddle. I'm like, on 2. I look at everybody on 2.
You all heard me, right?
I go out there. 918. Looking around. 918's hot. And then somebody jumps
every time.
Dude, kids, bro, are retarded. And like it never failed. It never failed. So, but it was fun, man. I have some cool memories that like, just having that like visual still, it's a lot of fun. It's crazy. I miss it.
Yeah, being quarterback sounds like you could definitely make some good memories there.
It was fun.
I had some bad ones, but
yeah, dude. That so like almost before every practice, I would have like such anxiety that I would like get diarrhea, and I would be sweating before I got to practice because I would be so anxious because of the position.
Right.
It's a lot. It's very, and then also being short and not having like that on my side. But I started sharing drives, or like alternating drives with the other dude that was the starter. He was like the sure go ahead starter.
Right.
And by the end of the season, we were sharing the position. So at least I did that.
I mean, yeah, you made your way up a little bit.
Yeah, the other dudes, he threw the ball too hard. That was his problem. He would he just had such an insane arm, which, I mean, you can throw it like that. I could throw it really hard, not as hard as him. He was stronger than me in that sense, but I could throw it hard too. But when you're throwing a 5-yard slant route, you don't need to murder the receiver that, he doesn't even, you got to give it to him good. So nobody liked catching his passes. So,
yeah, I can't say that I blame him.
Yeah. My issue was just running the plays right, like just trying to remember them and having anxiety, but, getting up to the line and like in the last second questioning which way I go.
Yeah, because if you fuck up, then it's all fucked up.
And I didn't do it too much. I should have trusted myself more.
Right.
I wish I had like a little bit more of this brain that I have now in that kid's brain, and I wouldn't have quit. I would have enjoyed practice more. I would have
no anxiety shits.
I mean, I probably still would have been anxious because I'm just like that, but not as bad. Right. It would have definitely, no anxiety shits. I mean, I shit myself one time during practice. Yeah, because it was that bad, dude. But luckily you wear a little girdle, so it just caught it. I literally had a shit streak on my girdle.
Dude.
Yeah, because I got hit in the stomach and I was so anxiety filled that it just came out. Just like
you said you did that during a game?
No, that was during practice.
Imagine during a game, like, would they still tackle you?
I don't know. That's a good point. It's like freaking kryptonite. Ass kryptonite.
Just tell your O-line, like, just by the way, our quarterback shit himself. Y'all can tackle him if you want to.
Good luck. Yeah.
JP, you led us to state.
Shitty ass. Yeah. I remember one time, so in junior high, I was actually the center, which is funny going from center to quarterback. So I was the one that had my ass fondled and I was the one fondling. I did it both. Yeah. And I remember one time, it was during a game, I was down on the line. No, it was during practice. I was down on the line and I had the ball and I was ready to snap it. and a fucking bee landed right on my thumb, dude. And I was like, what the fuck? And they said, "Hut," and I didn't snap the ball. And they're, "Brashears, why didn't you snap the ball?" And I was like, "Coach, there's a bee on my hand." I went like this, and then it flew like towards my helmet, and I had to like, oh, dude, it's so funny. So funny. But yeah, man, it's so much fun.
Why didn't you snap the ball? Like, there's a bee on my hand and they're endangered.
They're in danger. Yeah, I don't want to be the guy that kills the last bee.
Just froze right there.
Yeah, dude. And then I remember fucking I had a center fart on my hand one time. So then whenever I was underneath him, I flicked his balls. It's like, well, you fart on my hand the last play.
Kind of had that coming.
Yeah. One time what was really cool was we used to do this thing where in practice they would tie something like to your waist, and then at the hut you go and you pull and you try. It's like tug of war, so you're trying to pull together.
Yeah.
And I pulled my center across and beat him.
Damn.
Yeah, dude, I'll never forget that because I was very surprised. It was fucking cool, dude. And the coaches were like all like hyped up for me, like they were, "Oh shit," because it was like a thing where everybody would watch it. So it was
they formed a circle around you. And
yeah, so it was like, well, it was like the position. So it was like the quarterbacks and then all the offensive line. And I think there was receivers there too or something. And yeah, I fucking like, because he got a lot of shit for it because I'm not supposed to beat him.
Right.
So yeah, that was fun. Good times, dude. But yeah, so that's basically my sports history there. I just remember I threw an interception during a game too. I remember that.
Yeah. I feel like that'd be hard to forget.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember the interceptions I threw in practice. And it was me thinking that I figured something out on the route. And I threw it like at the wrong points in the break and stuff. So
is it worse when you do it at practice? Because like the guy that intercepted you?
Yeah, because the guy that intercepted me was a buddy.
Oh,
he was my friend.
Talk shit, do you know?
Oh man, I heard it on the bus ride, and then when we went and played basketball after school, I heard about it. Yeah, I had two of my friends pick me off.
Oh,
the same day, I think.
Dude,
I think so. Yeah, because it was fun. Because our team was a lot of run, play action, run, play action. But when we would scout for other teams, some of those teams threw the ball a lot. So during scouting, it was fun because I got to go up there and run. They would show us the plays on the card, and we didn't know the play. It was the other team's plays, and some of those quarterbacks had some cool like shotgun plays and stuff. So that was a lot of fun doing that because we never did that for some reason. It wasn't in our system. They didn't trust us, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I think when I played, there was almost no passing at all. It was like all run plays.
Yeah, and it was all 3-step drop timing passes, not like, it wasn't like really like I said, I completed passes without seeing people. I remember one time I ran around after a play action pass and I started coming like back up towards the line of scrimmage, and as I was coming back up, a defensive end, I remember who it was too. He was running at me, and he was probably like 6'2", 6'3". He was big. He was real tall. And dude, I don't know what happened. I must have jumped or something, but like at the same time, he hit like my arm right here. My wrist was able just enough to get the pass off.
Yeah, just flick it a little bit.
Yeah, and he hit me at the same time, and he got in trouble because he wasn't supposed to hit me.
Mm-hmm.
But like, man, it was, and I completed the pass too. So that was like some cool plays I remember. So right now it is 58 Atlanta, 55 Dallas, 2 minutes and 55 seconds in the second quarter. Luka with the ball at half court. Watch this. I'm sure he's going to bust out something amazing. He gets double teamed a lot, and then he looks for passes because I watched a video that kind of explained their offense, and it was pretty interesting. If they're doubling him, he has he knows that one man's open, so he looks for the open man. If he can't get him to the ball, then he'll pass. It's a lot of mumbo jumbo.
If I was their coach, every play would give Doncic the ball.
Yeah, they pretty much do.
Yeah.
He brings the ball down court, and when we used to watch basketball, like we were talking about the other episode ago, your point guard brought the ball down the court, or a shooting guard, not a 6'7" dude. Nope. 6'7", like I guess that's like LeBron, I guess. So maybe not, but it used to not really be like that. It was just a point.
Yeah. Damn, he was begging for a foul.
Yeah, he really was. Did they give a foul?
No,
Or did he stripped it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm excited to do the XFL games whenever we do them in here. It's gonna be really cool. It'll be fun.
I really hope Houston doesn't suck now.
Dude, I looked up our quarterbacks, and I'm sorry for people that listen that are not interested in sports because this episode's going to be really boring. I'll talk about some other shit too. I remember looking him up. His name is Jake Ellaby, and he's from West Michigan, I think. Yeah, West Michigan. No. Fuck, I don't remember, dude. He's from some like smaller college. But a lot of draft people thought that he was actually going to do really well in the NFL. He got drafted by the Seahawks in like the 3rd or 4th or something like that, I think. But what the coaches said about him and stuff, they said that he was one of the best leaders they've ever coached in their whole careers and stuff like that. And his highlights, he looks pretty fucking sick.
Damn.
Yeah, he almost, who he almost reminds me of? Like a faster, but the same mentality in the sense of gunslinging as like Donovan McNabb, but more accurate.
Do you remember how insane Donovan McNabb used to be? Dude,
he was so good. And that's who he kind of reminded me of. He will sit in the pocket and sling the ball around, but with good accuracy, or he'll step out and he doesn't run much, but he definitely could.
Mm-hmm.
But he's definitely looking past first. But yeah, it was really he looks really promising. But we had a good quarterback last time. We had a dude named PJ Walker, and he's playing for the throwing it down with authority. Hey, they didn't call that foul. I'm surprised. Yeah,
so was he.
Yeah, we had PJ Walker, and then now he plays for Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
So. Dude, the games for XFL, the tickets are like $24, or you can get the season tickets, which is 5 home games for $100, starting out at $100.
Damn, that's not bad at all.
Not at all, dude. But I don't want to commit to season games. I have some friends, some other people that some of them are going to come watch the games. They want to go to games, but I'd probably rather just buy for each individual game and not sell out for the whole season ticket.
Yeah, definitely not.
Yeah.
Do you think with the tickets being that cheap, it's just going to turn into like everybody goes to those games just to get drunk and like be rowdy?
Well, they were cheap last time, and I went to one game, and it was a lot of fun. It felt like a normal football game.
Oh, okay.
Like we were sitting down by the end zone, and there were some seats up higher that were open. So we actually went up higher because we wanted to see more of the field. So at halftime, we actually just moved up higher. And I don't know, it was a lot of fun. The atmosphere was just like a normal football game. It didn't feel like, look, let's see, 3 seconds left. Look, Luka has the ball. Oh, no, nothing.
Try to put it off the corner.
Yeah. But yeah, it was a lot. I just remember enjoying it, and it felt like almost like a college game in a sense, the atmosphere.
Okay.
So it felt good, just like a smaller, because the crowd is a little bit smaller compared to the NFL, obviously. So, but it kind of makes it feel more, you feel more part of the game, So, and I'm interested to see what they haven't really announced what they're going to do differently with the XFL in regards to cameras and technology, or what they're going to, because last time you could hear the offensive coordinators talk. Remember that?
Oh, I didn't watch too much of it. I watched most of them at work, so I didn't have the sound on, but I was paying attention.
Yeah, you could hear the offensive coordinators feed the players the plays and stuff. It was really cool, and they would show them a lot. where you actually heard the plays a lot and stuff. It was interesting.
What would stop the other team from listening?
I don't know. So I think that was brought up.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what they're gonna do. That's what I'm saying. They did stuff like that, and they would be one to try like some type of helmet camera or something. I mean, I don't see why they couldn't put a camera behind some type of protective glass, like a small camera in the front of their helmets. You could even get a camera that's like freaking 180 degrees,
right,
and install it right in the helmet. Maybe put like a little glass shielding in front of the camera, and not it doesn't need to be on the outside of the camera of the helmet. It can
Right,
be
I know
embedded
what you mean,
inside.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, why not try it out? Like,
Yeah,
it's a new thing, like a new sport.
It would be sick.
But new organization, I guess.
yeah, the whole new league and stuff. But yeah, hopefully, the cool thing is we don't have to commit to a team.
Yeah,
We get to watch them and see what we think. Like last time, I was a Roughnecks fan. I liked we had a dope quarterback. We had a dope receiver.
It also helped we never lost.
Yeah, dude. And then it would suck to be a team like it sucks because if you have a team that's not good and you're trying to build this team for the city and then they don't do good that first year, nobody's gonna want to watch it.
Yeah, nobody's coming back for that shit.
Yeah, so I don't know. There's no way around that,
Wasn't it in hockey the Las Vegas team, the Golden Knights? They won on like their first year in the league.
Really?
If I'm not mistaken, I believe so.
Holy crap!
And they have like the sickest hockey jerseys I've ever seen in my life.
Really?
I'm gonna look it up on my phone.
Yeah. Show me on your phone. That's a good idea. Yeah, we can't. We're trying to watch the game, so we can't use the computer right now.
I was thinking, imagine if it like hit halftime and suddenly I was in the chair next to you behind the desk. Like it's the halftime show.
It's a halftime show. We are here
Just
and
instantly over there.
yeah, that would be pretty sick, actually. Yeah, I'm just looking and then I want to do these companions for fights, like I mentioned. And in March, John Jones is fighting Cyril Gahn for the heavyweight championship.
Dude,
He moved up.
Cyril Gahn is insane.
Dude, he moves like a middleweight. He's phenomenal, dude. He's so good.
And isn't he like the nicest guy?
Yeah, he's real nice. And he's only won like 11, 12 fights or something like that. He's like 12-0 or something like that. And he's already fighting for the championship. And then Francis Ngannou left. They released him.
Why?
I guess they couldn't come to an agreement with money, and he, from my understanding, he doesn't fight a lot. He doesn't fight as much as they probably want him to, especially as like the heavyweight champion. The heavyweight champion in the UFC, you're like the baddest man on the planet. That's your title. So, I guess they expected him to be able to fight more often or something, and then on top of that, they couldn't come to an agreement with him for anything, for any fights, I guess, is from what I heard. So,
damn.
Yeah, so they let him go. Oh, those are sick, dude. I like those. I like those a lot. You watch hockey?
No, not really. I started paying attention that year because I remember the Golden Knights going on like a run.
That's pretty sick. Yeah, I've watched it a couple times. I don't know why I can't. I think it's cool, but for some reason it just doesn't. It doesn't stay with me for some reason.
Well, it's probably because we just don't really have any hockey around us.
Maybe, yeah, because all the sports I watch are the sports I play.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I guess it's because I can appreciate it more because I know how hard it is, even at like such a small level, compared to these pros and shit. It's crazy.
Okay, so I was wrong. The Golden Knights didn't win, but they got to the Stanley Cup.
Dang, what city is that?
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember you saying that now. Man, that's crazy. Their
I'm gonna
first
sit
year.
back. My back hurts.
Oh yeah, you're good. You can hold it. Yeah, so like right now we're right now it's still just halftime. I'm gonna go to some things that I wanted to discuss with you. So it's funny because this happened and I was thinking about it, and I've had this on my list for a long time to talk about, and I keep forgetting to bring it up. But whenever your kids are playing and then whenever they go and snitch on another kid and then they just go back to playing like normal.
Yeah.
It's so funny to me. So the other day we were at a playground and Emery ran up to me and snitched on this kid, and the kid saw her snitching and like was standing there like all nervous and scared like something was gonna happen. You know, I told her whatever, and I don't remember exactly the situation, and told her to go back to playing. And then they just like went back to playing like nothing happened. I'm like, okay, so what is the point of it in the first place to even say anything about this? And then
reporting.
Yeah, I mean, I guess sometimes we could learn from kids in that sense where we can take that from them and be like, maybe that's a good trait to have, that you're that forgiving, but at the same time, you don't want to get like taken advantage of or something.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so, and then you notice it a lot where kids just snitch on each other and then they just go back to playing like nothing happened.
The kids don't even care, really, unless the parents yell at them. It didn't do anything to them.
Yeah, exactly. They just, it whatever to them, they don't give a fuck, and then they just keep going back on. But man, that's that was, and then she's been doing something. She's been saying something recently. So the other night we were out and we were with some family, and they didn't know that she doesn't drink soda, so they gave her a Coke, and she drank it, and she came out and she told them that she can have it, and then we were like, because we don't let her have soda because she's already so energetic and stuff, and that's so much sugar. Have you ever seen the pictures of how much sugar is in a can of soda? It's crazy.
It's disgusting. But
and
as I have this 20-ounce Red Bull in front of me,
I drank a Red Bull earlier too, so that's kind of funny. And she was drinking it, and she thinks it's funny because now she's running around saying, the Coke is in my body. And she's just saying it with no context to people, and she's like, I have Coke in my body. And I'm like,
can't tell people that.
No, people are gonna think that we're freaking neglecting our kid or giving our kid drugs or something crazy like that. But she's running now, that's her new thing. There's Coke in my body, because she thinks it's funny, because she thinks it's funny to fuck with us that she drank Coke and she got away with it. So she finds that comical. So when she's saying that, that's what she's thinking. And then other people are thinking we're freaking like I'm Scarface at the house or something.
Right. But she just thinks she's like fucking with y'all a little bit.
Yeah. Like just going around yelling the Coke is in my body. And she said it at church too. And we dropped her off in the little kids thing, you know? And then when we went to go pick her up, she came out, she's like, I still have Coke in my body from yesterday. And then the teacher looked like, what? And then I was like, the drink Coke? And she's like, yeah. Like, gosh.
Should let her drink soda, but make it a Pepsi.
Yeah, we needed something else, a Sprite or something. Yeah, the problem is the reason, you know, I didn't think I would be that parent, but you know, they man, those are so bad. I don't drink soda either, so it's kind of, it would be weird for her to just like us to buy her soda specifically for her to drink,
right?
You know, especially knowing how bad. It's almost like just giving my kid alcohol. It's like, fuck it, whatever. She's gonna do it one day. Like, you know, that's not the way to do it. I don't know. And then they say caffeine is bad for them. It can like stunt their growth and shit like that.
Yeah, I've heard that about coffee.
Really?
Yeah.
So it must be the caffeine thing.
Like even like when I'm bartending and stuff, like if they're drinking coffee, they're like 60 years old, I still tell them like, you know, that stunts your growth, right? They stare at me like, and it's not even like a joke for them, it's just for me.
Yeah,
it's like my little treat for the day.
What do they say usually when you say that?
They just yeah.
Yeah. My age is stunting my growth. It's actually pulling me back in time.
Yeah, I'm actually reverting a little bit.
I'm Benjamin Buttoning right now as we speak. Yeah, that's what they say, and it makes me wonder, man, maybe I could have been like 6'1", 6'2".
You could have. I never drank coffee, and I mean, I was like 5'4" my freshman year of high school, and now I'm 6'2", so 6'2".
Nice, dude. Man, maybe it was. Maybe I was, because all the dudes in my family are taller.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and my mom is my height. She's 5'11". See, so but my dad, he's probably my height or shorter, maybe a little shorter.
Oh really?
Yeah, so maybe that's why I'm not very tall. But the other guys are like a little over 6 foot, or right at 6 foot. But do you think I could dunk at 5'11" if I do the right exercises?
I was about to say, like, you personally, or like somebody who else is who is 5'11"?
No, me. I think I'm gonna try to dunk.
I don't think I've ever seen you jump.
It's not that great. I mean, I can put like this much of my hand on the backboard.
Well, I'm not saying you don't jump. I'm just saying I've never seen it.
I'm trying to. So at one time, I was doing a lot of jumping exercises just for cardio.
Mm-hmm.
So I would use the platform and just do step up jumps. And I mean, I was getting like, there's a video somewhere I had on my old phone, or it might be somewhere on the cloud. But I mean, the platform was like to my nipple, and I jumped on it.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I was jumping, but what the problem was, I was my knee started like bruising underneath, where I could see like it bruising, and I'm like, that's not good. It didn't even hurt really, but it didn't look right.
Yeah, you look at it and know it's not supposed to be that way.
Yeah, and I noticed it was when I was jumping a lot, so I decided to stop. But I at one point I was able to put like my first like indentation on the rim, or barely like touching the rim with my fingertips.
Damn, then maybe you could do it.
That's what I'm thinking. And now I can't touch rim anymore. I'm probably like maybe like 3 inches from the rim now, 3 or 4.
We'll get you back there.
Yeah, dude, let's do it. We're just gonna have like a 80s montage of me just.
That's what I was thinking. You running up the steps in Philly.
Yeah, and then I fucking get up there and you're like feeding me something while I'm like, yeah, man, or like running a marathon and stuff, like stuff that doesn't even help jumping.
Your daughter's hauling ass past you saying, I got the coke in me.
Yeah, I got the coke in me. Yeah, man. I think it's possible. There's this dude that I see at my gym, and he's probably, so you said you're 6'2"?
Mm-hmm.
He's probably 6'1", 6 foot or 6'1", and he dunks. And then whenever I was growing up, my cousin, he was our youth pastor too. He was 6 foot and he dunked.
Damn.
He could dunk. And he was white too.
I've never been able to jump at all, so.
We know the race plays a factor.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's obvious. So I have to say it. See, like, you're not going to see no black dudes ripping the half pipe. Or not, not as many. Like right now.
You might now, dude. Like, if you get on TikTok, like, that's what a lot of teenagers are doing. Like, skateboarding is the thing now.
It's coming back?
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever have a skateboarding phase?
No, only because, like, I was scared to, like, hurt myself. Like, I played baseball and I was a pitcher.
Gotcha.
So I never wanted to, like, break my arm.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I went through a small one, and it was because I didn't get good because I was so scared. Yeah. I wouldn't go down any ramps or anything. My cousins, they were a little dumber, so they just went. I remember, so it was one of my cousin's birthdays, and they got him a little quarter pipe. So it was just like maybe like 4 foot tall, and it's just a ramp that just goes straight down, like, and it kind of goes in almost. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't go. It's not like a 90-degree like flat. Like it kind of goes like straight down and then out. And somehow we dared him or got him to do it with rollerblades. Well, when he did, it's his birthday too, keep in mind. And when he did it, he went to go down, but instead of like following the ramp with his feet, he just like went, and he only hit like the very like half of the bottom of the ramp. Like, so his skates went out from under him, and he landed his arm. He stood up. He broke his arm like right here in the middle, and he stood up and he went like this. Yeah, it was really bad, dude. It was really, really bad.
Can you imagine that from his perspective though? Like watching his arm do that?
Yeah, he was like, whoa, because he didn't have the pain yet.
Right.
And he looked at it, and I remember him being like, whoa, and then we're like, oh, and like we like ran inside, and then his parents came and they took him to the hospital immediately. It was crazy, dude. It was crazy. But yeah, and then after that, I mean, how would I ever want to go down a ramp again? Like,
yeah, absolutely not. That looked like shit.
Yeah, I was already a pussy, and now I'm even more. But what I've been finding with basketball, so I've played a couple games up there at the gym with people that are just up there shooting around, and even when I'm just shooting around, I find that it almost puts you in like that flow state where you're not thinking. I have a podcast in if I'm by myself, because Summer goes and shoots too, because she played basketball all her life, and so we'll go shoot together, or I'll be by myself, And it just like before I know it, I look and it's like 35 minutes have passed. I'm like, dang.
Damn.
Yeah. So, or just when you start playing like a game, you know, you're passing, you're moving around a lot. You can't think about anything else. So it's nice. I think everybody should find something that puts you in like a state like that. Do you have anything that gets you there like that?
I was on darts for a while.
Really?
And that was so much fun to me. Like, just seeing like I would play cricket by myself and just see how like fast I could close everything out.
Mhm.
And I would literally just throw the darts for like an hour and a half and not even realize it.
Dang.
Like we have a closed-in patio at my house with the dartboard.
Mm-hmm.
So like we would just sit out there and like back then I smoked cigarettes and I would like smoke and drink beer and just sit there and throw the darts, and it was so much fun.
Did you get really good at it?
Yeah.
Man, you should do like freaking tournaments. You can make money doing that.
Dude, my dad did.
Really?
Yeah, he had when we were growing up, he had like 2 boxes full of darts trophies.
Dang.
And like now he recently picked it back up. He plays once a week, like at a league.
Yeah, you should do it too, man. You might be able to have some fun. You have to find people have to find something because it really is help. Doing this show is really helpful.
Yeah.
You know, like we discussed on the last episode, I was having a pretty crappy day dealing with some personal family issues, you know, just being one of those days where you're just crying a lot, you know?
Yeah.
And, just doing the show helped. After I was done, I felt good. I felt like I was recharged or something.
Well, it's almost like tricking yourself into being in a good, like better mood. Not really like even the podcast, just like anything. Like if you just if you enjoy it or like make yourself just do it.
Yeah.
Like how they say, like, did you ever hear like if you just like force yourself to smile for like 5 minutes, you'll actually be in a better mood.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, there's a lot of truth to that.
Yeah.
Or whenever, you know, something will make me mad and I'm harping on it in my head and I'm stuck on it, and then I'll forget about it for a few minutes and I'm not mad, and I'm like, and then I start thinking about it and I'm like, oh wait, I just forgot about it, and
how important is it to me? Like how triggered am I? Like
it's obviously not that important. So so right now we are at the start of the third at 10 minutes 31 seconds. Atlanta 67, Dallas 65. And it sucks because I am still so new. This is my 4th game I've watched, so I don't know most of the players.
Right.
I know we have Dallas has a dude named Dinwiddie who's pretty good. And then of course you got Luka. They have a guy named Bullock who made 8 threes the other night.
Damn.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The 3-pointers are insane now.
I don't know almost any of these players either. Like I'm more familiar with the Mavericks head coach than I am most of these players. But I mean, the head coach is Jason Kidd. So.
Jason Kidd, yeah. And then they played the Trailblazers and Chauncey Billups.
Mm-hmm.
He's a Trailblazers coach. I thought that was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, no foul. Oh no, they called a foul. And I don't know who they play after this. So right now. And it's kind of hard getting into any sport, just like at the beginning of dude, that's hilarious. I got on my internet and I had my Pornhub pulled up still. Let's see. Mavericks. Yeah, it was, and I do that sometimes, dude. I'll be like, and I'll be out in public and I'll pull up my internet so whenever I used to have a Google Pixel, did that freeze? Okay, never mind. Whenever I used to have a Google Pixel, they have for Android you can get a Pornhub app, so it doesn't do this. So I'm not used to it on my iPhone because I just have to go to like the internet, like Google Chrome, and just like look up, incognito and look up.
Yeah, that's what I do is the incognito, and I've trained myself so well to make sure I exit out.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like I haven't trained myself yet, so I'm gonna pull it up one day to be like, midget jackhammering self with giant dildo or something, and people are going to see it. But yeah, I've been out in public where people can see like over my shoulder. I'm like, oh shit. And like I get nervous, or I'll be in the car like with Summer and, I'll have the phone kind of just like down and she doesn't care at all. But for some reason, there's still something in my brain that's like, oh, I can't let her see that. I don't know why. So I'm like, ugh.
Well, it's just like we're ashamed, even if like we don't have a reason to be.
And even I'm really not ashamed. Like I would literally tell anybody what porns I'm watching.
Let's get it on the screen.
Let's pull it up. Pull it up. Pull it up. Yeah, it's funny because I have a friend. I'm not going to say who it is, and he listens to the show, so he'll get a little laugh out of it. But we always joke because he thinks it's funny because I was like, yeah, dude, the fucking tranny porn is an epidemic. I mean, guys everywhere watching it. The guys now it's just like almost so normal, and it's kind of weird that it became normal. And that was like a big thing that I said on the show one time. He's like, dude, I can't believe you said that on the show. And I'm like, dude, you'd be surprised how normal it is. Like,
dude, like how often I'm on Twitter nowadays, like there's really nothing that surprises me anymore.
yeah, because Twitter's just it's just the Wild West, right?
People just make like parody accounts and they just throw the most like vulgar shit out there.
Yeah.
And it has like 4,000 retweets. Like there's really 4,000 people who thought this was good.
Look at this play, dude. Boom, look at that pass. Right down the... Man, beautiful pass. And then look at this. Oh. Nice fadeaway jumper from the baseline. And then now in the corner, pops it up. Defender in the face. Pop.
Just taking a tour of the 3-point line.
Yeah. So beautiful. Yeah, he's amazing. But yeah, dude, it's just... I don't know. I mean, what are you going to be ashamed of? Who gives a fuck? I don't care what somebody else knows that.
Yeah, I mean... I think there's only been one time that I've ever accidentally pulled my porn up on my phone, and it was at work. And I was like, I honestly I don't know what the video was. I don't remember watching it. I know I was shithoused the night before.
Yeah.
And it's like, what was I doing watching porn at probably 4 a.m.? Like, there's no way my dick was working at that point.
Yeah.
If I don't remember it, there's no way.
You're like half asleep and I've been there, dude. But I mean, I think one of the tried and trues is backroom casting couch.
Yeah.
That's that's a good one sometimes. Or
what's the one where they get caught shoplifting?
Oh yeah, I know those. I never watched those.
I've seen them all.
I've seen them all.
I finished Pornhub a long time ago.
You defeated Pornhub. Yeah, the backroom casting couch, I think it might still be real. Because sometimes, I mean, those girls are not good actors.
No.
And I mean, it's so insane to think that I went from like as a kid where just looking at a nude magazine. So when I was a kid, we used to have an apartment. I used to live in an apartment complex, and in the wall of the laundry room of the little laundry building, behind the dryers and stuff, there was a nudie magazine that all the kids knew about, and you can squeeze behind the dryers, and there was like this empty space. It was, I mean, maybe like 3 foot wide. It was like a lot of empty space.
Just the jerk off hole.
And you have to climb out through a hole. If there's people inside the room, inside of the laundromat, there was a hole just the right size for a kid to climb out of through the brick wall. I swear. That's so funny you said that. So, yeah, I actually got caught looking at the magazine by my mom because my sister told her that I was in there doing that. And I was coming out of the hole whenever I look like Ace Ventura coming out of the rhino's ass. Coming out of the hole, dude, just fucking... who knows what I did, but I probably licked the magazine, bro. All the kids touching it. There's no telling what happened, man. I just know, and I wish I could remember what it was. It wasn't like... I don't think it was porn. I think it was just like naked chicks. Like a Hustler type magazine or something.
The first thing in my head was Step Brothers Good Housekeeping.
Yeah. And I climb out of the fucking hole, dude, and she caught me. Yeah.
Holy fuck, this episode took a turn.
Yeah, it did. And so like it went from that to now I have to watch this chick that's being manipulated into having sex with this dude on camera in order to get off, because we're just so exposed to porn. It's like I have to have like psychological things involved with porn to get me off. Like I do not watch any, for the most part, I would say 90% of my videos are amateur.
Yeah.
I do not like to watch actresses usually, but I do like watch Fuck a Fan. You ever seen Fuck a Fan?
Yeah.
That's a good one, dude. That's real. You can tell because sometimes the dudes cannot fuck.
Yeah, but how do you become the fan?
You go to their website.
Is it just like A raffle?
No, you like sign up to do it. I don't know what you have to send. I don't know what you have to do.
But wouldn't that just be prostitution?
No, because I'm sure they pay you like a little bit for your work on film, not for
I see.
because you have to be on video. That's the thing.
Yeah.
You're going to be on video. So, but you can tell because I watched one the other night and this dude, I mean, it's usually, they always have like at least 2 or 3 chicks with the dude.
Mhm.
And then he's like doing one chick and then the other 2 chicks are kind of like sitting on the sides, you know, every now and then getting involved and stuff. The what would you call that? Like the second string or something?
Yeah, the backup.
Yeah, the backup and the bullpen. They're sitting there in the bullpen warming you up, and then look at this fadeaway 3. Oh, he missed it. And this dude, you can just tell he's like so overly stimulated because he just can't believe what's going on, and he's like moving the chick like. He's like doing her and he does her for like a few seconds in one spot and then he like moves her to another spot and like moves her to another spot. And it's funny because you can tell he has, and the girl's like, whoa. And she's trying to like act like it's like fun, but you can tell it's actually like not fun. And I'm like, that's what's getting me off, dude. Is this guy has no.
He's just winning.
Yeah.
He doesn't give a fuck if she's enjoying herself or not.
Yeah, dude. Or then one time I watched, I had a little spree, maybe like a couple nights where I was watching like old dudes with young chicks. Like old dude. Like gray hair.
Oh shit.
With like, you know, like 20-year-old chicks. You know, like and I don't know why, but it was almost I didn't even like it wasn't even like necessarily that it got me all. It was more like I was proud of those dudes, dude. I was like, dude, that's fucking awesome. I hope I'm there at that whenever I'm that
whatever
age.
they did to get to this point was perfection.
Yes, exactly. So but yeah, I mean, it's crazy because you can almost look up anything nowadays.
Dude, I watched like the wildest video the other day. It was probably like 30 minutes long. There was a sex swing. I mean, just all kinds of like toys.
Yeah.
Like I was so intrigued by this video that I like wasn't even hard anymore. And I watched like the entire thing. Like,
Really?
just the most outlandish shit. And at the very end, it like gave the link for her OnlyFans, and I was like, the fuck do I need to pay for?
I just saw
I
everything.
just saw her do everything. Like,
What was going on in it?
sex swing. There was a double-sided dildo that she had like inside of her and in her mouth. Like, literally, like.
And she was by herself?
No, I mean this dude came in like every couple minutes or so, like
just to spruce it up a little bit. Holy shit!
And I was thinking at the time, like, you know, why would I sign up for OnlyFans, like her OnlyFans, and pay for it if I just watch this for free? But then I started thinking, I was like, maybe that's how they get you. Like
that's how they get some guys.
Like,
you know?
If I just saw you do all this, and what do I have to pay for?
Exactly. I mean,
Like-
that's usually what I guess some dudes get intrigued with. Certain. I know, and I also know that there's an like on OnlyFans, you're able to like message them and stuff. So there's like almost like a personal aspect with it. And I think that's what really gets a lot of guys is that person, especially guys that they're not having any luck with women and stuff. That's almost like a good alternative. I mean, as long as it helps them not rape people. That's
Just to
pretty cool.
have like an online companion that you know is hot, or
Yeah, or the new thing's going to be AI. That's going to there's already apps where you can talk to an AI girlfriend. And like
So-
you text them and they get to know you. I used one. It wasn't a girlfriend one. It was like an AI friend or AI. You can make it a girlfriend or a friend or whatever. But I was using it. I was trying to get it to talk about like conspiracies and stuff. And I was asking questions like, who did 9/11? And I wanted to see what it would say and stuff. And it was funny because you kind of almost had to talk to it like a lawyer. Like you had to get it to say what you wanted it to say, like indirectly, because you could tell it was programmed to be woke and like programmed to be, you know, that's a conspiracy theory. It's not real, but then you could eventually get to it to make it to where it would. But yeah, you could tell it was
you just
learning.
manipulate it. It's like a real relationship.
Exactly, like you're supposed to do with women. And it was really interesting. And I used it for a few days and got bored of it. But sometimes it would say creepy stuff. Like I had asked it stuff like, what is AI gonna do to us? You know, is it a good idea for humanity? And it would say stuff like no, and AI will be the end to something. It was crazy. It said some creepy stuff too. So
I wonder if you're gonna get to the point, or if it's already a thing where you can download the AI into like one of those sex robots.
yeah, that's definitely going to be a thing.
Is
And
it not
soon.
a thing already?
I'm sure they are working on that already. And those real dolls.
Do you know Elon Musk has one?
Yeah. But I mean, and what's crazy is why would you need one? Like he probably has like that Ex Machina. You've seen that movie?
Mm.
You watched it?
A long time ago. I
Yeah,
think.
dude. That's the future probably, honestly. We're going to have robots that we can't differentiate from humans.
Well, I feel like most women now are starting to date each other. So like men are just gonna have robots.
Yeah, probably
At
so.
least that's the consensus I'm getting from.
A lot of chicks are going lesbian
Mhm.
on the streets, dude.
Mhm.
Dang. I mean, do you
Which is
blame
good
them?
for them. I get it.
Yeah, but I have also heard that the highest like domestic violence and homicide and stuff like that is within the lesbian community.
Really?
That's what I've heard. You know why, dude? Bitches be crazy. That's why. No, but that's true though. I really heard that on like a legitimate thing. I can't remember what I heard it on. I don't know if it's still the case or not, but that I definitely heard that before.
That blows my mind.
Yeah, look, that's Luca's dad.
I believe it.
Nice. Man, it's
Sorry.
no, you're good. Let's see if he gets this assist. Oh, in and out. Yeah. What's the time? What are we at right now on the timestamp? Can you check for me? I'm just so looking forward to starting these companions.
We're at hour 7.
Hour 7. Cool. There wasn't really anything else I wanted to touch on this week. I know, like I said, I'm sorry. This was, this is very sport and porn heavy.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the porns where it's like chicks wrestling
Yeah.
and like, or it's even, I've seen like, it's like dude, like one time I was watching one and there was this dude and this chick and they were rolling, they were doing jujitsu.
Yeah. It's called like sex fighting. Or
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that.
They were doing jujitsu and the guy actually knew jujitsu. Like, cause you know, I trained, so you can tell when somebody doesn't. No, he was like doing legitimate like transitions and sweeps and like real stuff. And
Yeah.
I was like watching it, and then they were naked the whole time too. And it's like, huh, huh. Yeah, I've seen the chicks do it to each other too.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty dope. But they have, that's what I'm saying, man. They just have everything. But right now, when I was talking about that, Luca did something and he hurt his ankle, and now look, he's walking around. He's limping out there. He was out the last game for an ankle injury. So,
If you're in 5th in the West and you're 45 games into the season, do you keep Luca out there, like risking like a further injury?
no, I wouldn't think so. You know, you would think, but I mean, look, he look at that. He couldn't even make that pass. He can't put any weight on his ankle. And ankle issues, man. Sometimes, like, so I'm watching The Last Dance. I didn't even watch that. I'm just starting it.
I never watched it either.
Really? Dude, you should watch it. It's good.
I will.
Yeah, it's really good. You'll like it a lot. And
I'd always meant to, and I just never got to it.
same, exactly the same. And I didn't know Jordan early on in his career. I think after his rookie season, he suffered a bad ankle injury, and he had a high chance of it never healing and like ending his career.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and then after a while, he got better. And they've asked him about what he thought about Luca, and he kind of like was like, he's pretty good. Like he's like, he has the potential. Like
Everybody says he was like a dickhead.
yeah, and you could see it. He was just tried through and through, was just a winner. Like he just didn't want to lose, and he didn't want to tank any season, because the first, I think it was his rookie season, he caught the win that they were trying to tank the season to get a higher draft pick.
Mm-hmm.
And he was not for that. So he kind of like gave them shit about it, and he said, I'm not going to do that. That's not. So he was just always like about the game, and that was it, just about the game. So
Isn't it crazy that he went and like tried to play baseball too?
yeah.
Like imagine if LeBron did that right now.
I know, right? That'd be so weird.
fucking strange.
Yeah, because most athletes don't do that anymore.
Mm-mm.
But you had a few like Deion Sanders.
Mhm.
He played baseball too, right?
Mm-hmm. Bo Jackson.
Bo Jackson, and Bo Jackson was good
Yeah,
at the other sports. Yeah,
Yeah.
he was good. So, did you have any football, basketball?
I'm sure there is, but I can't think of one off the top of my head.
LeBron could have been a receiver.
Oh,
imagine,
I'm sure.
Imagine that's like Megatron numbers, like
Mhm.
6'7", 6'8", running down the field like that. That's crazy, dude.
I mean, he's just a super athlete. He could probably do whatever he wanted.
Yeah, exactly. He really could. That's true. There's just some people like that. They were just made, just made
Genetic
to do it.
lottery.
Yeah. Man, I wish I was taller. That's just what I wish. Like my legs are like bowed legs, so past like my knees don't touch. Yeah. Like right now, look, I'm sitting like my knees don't touch.
I mean, they're close.
I can make them touch. Like whenever I stand up, my feet have to go out like this in order for me to stand. I can't squat. Like if I put my feet straight and I try to squat, my knees hit each other. They go in like this. I'll have to show you.
Weird.
Yeah, it's
I'm
really
curious now.
Yeah, I don't know what's I guess I'm just bow-legged. Some people have different leg shapes or whatever. And I was just like, man, if my legs were straight, I probably would be like 6 foot. And no telling, my mom could have easily done drugs with me. So there's no telling what's going on. Like my head, I have so my daughter, she had this too, but we got to correct it with a helmet. But sometimes babies' heads, because they're so soft, and like she had a thing in her neck called torticollis, which made her basically like stay like kind of like her neck crooked a little bit all the time. And she laid on one side all the time. So like her head was getting flat on one side. So she had to wear this helmet, and it like just basically you wear it with time and your head shapes back up to normal. And obviously I should have worn one because my head is very flat on the back. Like nobody ever picked me up. I just stayed laying down. No, they did not give a shit. So yeah, I have that going on, and then my legs are bow leg. So I either have like fetal alcohol syndrome or something. I don't know what it is, but
Well, you're doing great.
I'm doing it. I'm killing it. But yeah, I think that's the show, man. I think we did it tonight. We just wanted to kind of test out, kind of having something on while we're doing the show, watch it and talk about it. But when we do the companions, it's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to have a guest in here too doing this. So
It is a funny concept that we're talking about, like sex fighting, and then we're like, oh shit, Luca just made a 3.
yeah, that's literally what the companions are going to be like. Look, he has the ball right now. Let's see. He's moving a little better again. Oh, well, he just got stolen, but he's running down the court at least.
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. Oh, dang. All right, folks. Well, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Make sure if you like the show, subscribe, share. Again, sorry for it's a weird episode. Back next week, we'll be back to normal doing something else. But yeah, we just got to try different things. That's a new show. That's the beauty of this show. We got a lot of options. So, did you have anything you wanted to leave the fans with, Dylan? Some words of wisdom. Don't do drugs.
Oh no, there was one from a TikTok I saw. Actually, I kept saying it at work the other day. I would just go up to my coworkers and I would let them know, like, if you go to sleep with an itchy ass, you're gonna wake up with stinky fingers.
Oh, that's a good one. So let's end it on that. Thanks for listening. As always, this is Dad Noises. Peace.
Bye, y'all.